All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Nish, and I'm so glad you're here. This is my podcast called Good Grief, Don't Forget. And um, I have recorded a few in this series on grief. This is just the latest one. It's been about a minute since I've recorded a podcast, but I thought I would get to it today because lately I have been noticing something about um, grief. All right, so just a second there. All right, so anyway, here I am. Hello, everybody. So today I want to talk about something that many people who are grieving um, and experiencing this grief, but don't often talk about. And it's the fear of either forgetting or the fear that, or the feeling that there's something wrong with you because you're not getting over your grief. Okay, there is actually um, nothing wrong with you um, still experiencing grief, even years out from maybe when a loved one has passed away. And I'm also talking about other types of grief, like when you've had a divorce, when you're um, maybe your children, you're estranged from maybe your children or a very close uh, friend or relative of yours, and um, it's not something that looks like it's going to be resolved, and you just grieve that. But know that, there's nothing wrong with you, even years later, that you feel the grief. And sometimes, this feeling of what's wrong with me comes about because you hear um, and you see a lot of, like, let's say you're on social media and you see posts from your friends or other relatives stating that today was the anniversary of a very close family member that passed away, and they're just going through the same amount of grief today as they did when that person passed. And they might say something like, I don't know when I'm going to get over this, but I'm trying. I know I have said this before and have encouraged you before, but if you're new to my podcast, I want to reiterate and make certain that you understand there is nothing wrong with you. Grief um, will stay with you for the rest of your life, in different stages. Yes, you could consider, well, you're getting over it because you're able to handle a wave of feelings that come over you when you have a memory, when you hear a song that reminds you of your past loved one, or if you are driving, and you're going through a town that you and, let's say, your ex husband or wife used to go to, or a restaurant you used to go to together. And let's say you still feel sadness that that relationship ended, and they've moved on. You have done your best to move on, but sometimes you think about it and you feel sadness, you feel hurt, you feel a pain, you feel an emotional pain about it. Um, and there are times when you're thinking about a long lost person, or even a pet that you lost years ago, and sometimes you might feel, or you might put yourself down, or reprimand yourself because you're thinking like, wow, how come I can't remember all the times that I used to go for walks with my dog, or I played with my cats, and why aren't these memories now as vivid as they were past then, and how much you were in pain when you lost them. Well, it doesn't mean that you are heartless now, like you're over it. And you're callous, or you're hard, or anything. That's not what it means. Yes, sometimes a memory might fade, or you might uh, struggle to bring up a memory of that loved one, or place, or thing that you're missing. But don't be hard on yourself about that. Like I've said before, and I'm saying it now, that grief is a journey. Though I don't like to use that cliche very much, but it really is. It's a journey that goes up and down. There's hills that you climb up, and then there is the downward ease of, okay, I'm handling this. I'm able to wake up in the morning and smile. You should actually wake up every morning and smile and be thankful that you're waking up to a brand new day. Please remember that, all right? But just know in your heart that you do still carry that person, that place, that situation, the relationship in your heart, the good things. Carry the good things in your heart. Um, if there's anything you need to get over, it would be the the bad things, the things that made you, the painful memories, and the things that made you, you know, upset. Those are the things that you should try to let go of. All right. When we say to somebody, to give them some solace, is, may your loved one rest in peace. Well, that should be for you too. May the um, the pain that you may have experienced through this person while they were alive um, rest in peace now. They're not here to torture you, or make you feel bad, or cause you emotional or physical pain. They're not around anymore for that. Now, in that regard, yes, it is okay to try to let that go, let it rest in peace so you can have peace. But for everything that you want to remember. And though sometimes it causes you pain and a feeling of sadness when you miss that person or that pet or that relationship that's no longer in that area, it's okay to grieve. And it's best that you let your present relationship with that person, with that pet evolve so you can carry on living and honoring their memory and try to feel a warmth instead of sadness when that memory comes up. So, what I would like to um, support you with is that don't ever feel that you're wrong, right? Just because you still give a lot of importance and you still feel that sadness in your heart when you think about and you miss that person or that pet or relationship or place. It's okay, all right? Just as long as you also give yourself love, all right? Give yourself love, all right? Thank you so much for joining me today. And I want to tell you, you're doing very well, and I love you very much. All right. Goodbye for now. I will talk to you again real soon. Take care. Bye bye.